So this is a small podcast. Podcast. What am I saying? Just a small talk about the corpse of the king. Not the corpse, like the body of the king, but like the two bodies of the king. I am trying to do an abstract painting right now, and it's not finished at all. I don't know what's going on. So let me see if it looks like this. Okay, yeah, it works, something works, yeah, yes, it's colorful, it's like tribal, something, there's some red, keep in mind, this kind of French Revolution thing. What I want to do is like this duality between the king who is like loving his subjects and everything, and the king who has the ego and the power, wants to conserve the power, and who actually has his enemies mostly inside the court among his own peers rather than in any foreign countries. So it's ironical when actually the enemies are inside the borders and not outside of the borders. At least outside of the borders they're quite clear. And then I am playing on this, but like it's not at all any kind of like how to say it, conventional art made with details and all. I know it's a mix, like I feel sometimes a child did it. Oh fuck, it's me, oops. Okay, so therefore I'm a child. I don't know, but I like to paint, of course, detailed. I like to take my time with patience, but that one I just wanted to do it more in a very frantic manner and not caring anything, going a bit crazy. So this is why I'm like working on this, and I'm like just putting acrylic color here and there, and I'm playing also with this simple charcoal up to make a drawing, and then I paint on it, and then I paint as a drawing, like not even coloring, like a drawing style. I paint again on it, and I had some colors here and there to add some more strong effects. So now I'm just gonna put some purple maroon, I don't know how it's called, up, because why not, I guess, and I don't know what it's gonna give. So this is the idea, okay, and I think that's gonna be all. Talking about, we don't need to be in the truth all the time. When we are in art, like when you want to do something, sometimes you might do some kind of strange bullshit, or you're just underlining another kind of bullshit that belongs to history. So like people are very into king, not in France actually, except some royalists, but around the world there's like a romantic image of the king, and one of the best, I think, according to me, it's my opinion, would be Aragon for Lord of the Ring. Just like the rightful king, all the thing, with like the Call of Duty kind of, that is like to be embodied in one person. My warning is like it's often romanticized, and that in practice, and we can just see it when we open a history book, corrupts, like power corrupts a lot. So people will just stick to the power and do every kind of strategies to just get into it. But I guess that's part of the game. They can think cynically, and maybe they're right to think like this. If it's not me, others gonna do it. So I need to play the game, and we see also very clearly in Game of Thrones. That simple, and many other shows. So by the way, there was a show, The King, like a movie. Um, I found it weird, this movie, but it was good. It was good, well done, for middle age. I'm not super nationalistic, so I'm not complaining much when it's like bashing on the French people on that one. But like the 100 Years War, it was like an introduction to this 100 Years War. Ultimately, again, showed the great infeudality between different kings. There's a lot to say, like. And also Netflix are good to do some kind of propagandas. We can guess it quite easily. So this is not so much a problem. as long as we okay to go with it, along with it, rather than just to wish something else. Huh? That's quite a simple video right now. Okay, up, up, up. I'm gonna talk also of some travels in India. Someone commented this, and I think it's a good idea. It's a very interesting idea. And I'm gonna talk, but then I'm gonna paint some gods. As I often repeat, and I repeat it kind of all the time, but I want to be repetitive on that one. Collective imagination. Here we are less in collective imagination, but more in the transcription of a simple history. So if it's simple history, it's just facts and after facts and after facts. There is no imagination, just happened this way. But we still need to precise that the idea of a king often was held through the idea of like a divine right, and divine right has been given technically by God. So how practical it is, how useful it is to have God with you for such a venture, the venture to be a king, and that's actually what makes it quite accepted from the peasants, from the masses, that this king is ruling right now. He's been chosen by God. It's quite easier to think like this. Now we're not thinking that much in that way, but often the king has been very much going along with religions, even if, of course, the secular power was often in conflict with the ecclesiastic power of just the religious power in general. And the secular power, even if the king got this power from religious source superstition, still it's been a competition, and we can see it quite a lot with Philippe le Bel, French king who got troubles with the Pope, in the 13th century, and so on. Like also with the Templars, story of the Templars with the French king, and with many other kings. So now I'm showing. Okay, I just added some more colors. I'm doing it like really pop art style, up colorful. Okay, this is abstract. So the two bodies of the king, two faces. The crown is not well done, but it is, I guess, on purpose. I guess there's this kind of Basquiat effect. Some in France that I like the way he plays, and I wanted to experiment that myself. Cheers, cheers, cheers.